And U.S. and ASEAN leaders are meeting in California for a two-day summit. Both sides are hopeful the talks will deepen ties between Washington and the regional grouping. And our U.S. Bureau Chief Simon Marks is at the venue in Sunnylands. Good morning, Simon. Give us an update of what's happening there.
Well, it's all underway. The first session of this special two-day summit between the United States and ASEAN, the first time ever the United States has hosted an ASEAN meeting on American soil, is underway here at the Sunnylands retreat in the middle of the California desert. And the focus of the first session of this meeting is the economy, how to boost trade and investment ties between the United States and ASEAN. ASEAN is America's fourth largest trading partner at the moment, but they're putting renewed focus on trying to boost those ties moving forward. The news so far, though, has been made here by President Barack Obama, who in his opening remarks here at the Sunnylands Summit suggested that this summit could indeed take steps to try and improve coordination between the United States and ASEAN with regard to the resolution of territorial disputes. In other words, China's territorial aspirations in the South China Sea. And it may well be that even though Obama administration officials all of last week were saying China wasn't going to be overshadowing this meeting and the issue of territorial disputes would only be discussed on the margins of it, it may well be that when the statement is published at the end of this meeting by the United States and ASEAN, we do see some movement on that particular issue. But let's get back to the issue they're talking about right now, the issue of the economy. Here in California particularly, businesses are awaiting the outcome of these discussions with some fevered degree of expectation. As my colleague Patrice Harper reports now from Los Angeles, many California businesses are very eager to try and improve their trade arrangements with ASEAN member states as a result of the discussions that are taking place at this summit.
This is the future of fashion design, software that turns simple sketches into 3D patterns. From their office in the aptly named city of Commerce, California, Tukatech offers fashion tech solutions to garment makers around the world, including some in Southeast Asia. It's one of many mid-sized California companies looking to expand in the region, and they're banking on President Obama's upcoming Sunnylands Summit to help reduce regulatory tape and spur direct growth with ASEAN businesses.
To be able to get to those customers directly versus having to go through a third-party person would obviously benefit us. It'd also benefit them because a lot of times with these third-party intermediaries, you're getting the markups, you're getting things like that that just kind of eat away everyone's profits.
California exports to Southeast Asia consist mostly of computer and electronic goods, machinery, agricultural products, and transportation. As ASEAN nations ramp up innovation in their own emerging markets, they're now turning to California companies that align with their specific needs. California trade leader Jeff Williamson says the timing is right to tap ASEAN consumers.
There's a very, very large population of young people. These are people that are starting new jobs, buying houses, new cars, raising families, and they're going to be the prime spenders. These are the dynamics that contribute to consumption growth.
Well, ASEAN consumers are among the most confident in the world in regard to their economic outlook. The middle class is growing in both size and wealth, and consumers are showing more interest in luxury and premium goods. So American businesses are hoping this renewed relationship between the U.S. and ASEAN bloc will help them to cash in. Why not celebrate new wealth and opportunity with wine and spirits? Asks John Chang of Arian International. He's exporting alcohol to ASEAN countries for years, but is confident the U.S. government's leadership to spark fresh dialogue will uncork new opportunities for growth in the region.
I think government definitely leads the way, and the business person need to follow the opportunities, because without the government involvement, sometimes it's a little bit hard to even set foot on any particular country because the regulation was not so clear.
With roughly 90,000 California jobs supported by exports to ASEAN in 2014, West Coast companies say success at Sunnylands this week could be very good for business. Patrice Howard, Channel News Asia, Los Angeles.
And Simon, plenty of topics to be discussed. What are some of the highlights you can share with us?
Well, in addition to those issues of trade and investment that Patrice was talking about, they're also talking about national security issues, terrorism, the battle against it, and the battle to prevent extremist groups from radicalizing and recruiting supporters throughout the ASEAN region. Also firmly on the agenda, placed on it by the Obama administration with some outside pressure, because there are protests taking place just beyond the gates of Sunnylands, not far from where I'm standing, issues of good governance and universal values. The Obama administration says the president will make those a focus for this meeting. So a wide array of topics to be discussed, a good deal of forward movement expected by the United States, and President Obama very eager as a result of this meeting to convey that the U.S. relationship with ASEAN is completely transformed, and he wants to weave that new relationship firmly into the fabric of American foreign policy. He has an eye on his successor, whoever that turns out to be, and one of the reasons they're hosting this summit here in Sunnylands is to make sure that it will be very difficult for whoever goes into the White House in January of 2017 to roll back this new, much more vibrant relationship between the United States and the ASEAN countries.
All right, thanks so much for that report.